players of all time.
7-foot beast, scored the ball any way you want. His footwork was different from any other big.
Wade is unreal. Think of someone that's 7 foot and literally unguardable.
We've had some great times as competitors. Obviously the series we had in 06 was talked about a lot, and then 11 we had some things, but that's all behind me, man. In my career, me and Dirk has had great conversations. We have great respect for each other, I'm even happy to even have my name, parallel to such a great player and a great person. So, all that stuff is so far behind and so far gone.
It's a legend, man. Put the power forward spot. Remember coming into the league and having to guard him, and just being, just taking away things from him. His footwork. He wasn't always like the most explosive or best athlete, but his length, his footwork, just his work ethic. I think is what set him apart. So all the power forwards, that I played and that are up there, I have a lot of respect for, and he's no different.
Your legacy is unmatched in this league, and for you to be who you are, do it with such grace, compassion for your teammates, for the organization, for the city, for the whole league. I was always a fan watching you growing up, and it sounds crazy. You're not that old, but I really appreciate what you brought to the game and leave it in a much better place.
Legendary. I was coming up when he first was getting started, when him and Steve Nash started to develop their thing, and he was before he changed the game, before he changed the position. I think over time he inspired a lot of people. Everybody shoots his shot, the one-legged fadeaway now. You see guys working on that and adding to their game from guards to bigs. I think he's a competitor. He brought the city a championship. He's done so much for the city, for the game of basketball. And I think it's sad to see him go, but you can't play forever.
He's a staple, or he's a big part of an era. When he's done, him and Vince, they're the last guys of an era. So, obviously he's a god in the city. He can get away with do whatever he wants here. They love him, but he's a god in this league for a lot of people, and throughout the basketball world, everybody looks up to him. He's a Hall of Famer, of course.
Legendary.
Only this word, or any more words?
Legendary. I feel like that's the highest you can be in terms of a player coming from this league. You're up there with MJ, Magic, the greats. He's going to be remembered forever.
It's just a legend. How much emphasis he put on that fadeaway jump shot, making big shots. And he's one of my mom's favorite players. I grew up watching him a lot. I'm a big fan of him.
Dirk. His work ethic is legendary. I think, not only, seeing from afar, but just seeing it up close every day. It's impressive what he's been able to accomplish, in this league, in this community, really. He's done a lot of stuff on the court. I think people acknowledge that, but what he did off the court as well, just with his, always giving back, always thinking of others, that's big too. So, I was fortunate to, play alongside him for, 3 seasons, and, he's definitely a friend for life.
Every time you see a legend like that leave, you feel like a little bit of your childhood, a little bit of the NBA left with it. I saw it with Paul, I saw it with Grant, I saw it with D. Wade now, Manu, Harison, Kobe, all these great players who I grew up watching and admiring. So every time you see one of them, it's like a little piece of your childhood is gone, but we just have to appreciate them and be thankful that we are around to watch these guys. These are some of the best players that ever play basketball.
Watching Dirk for a long time. Amazing player. I was actually, the last time that we played him in Phoenix, he hit a shot over me. I think it was his only bucket of the game. But I just remember thinking, wow, Dirk just hit me with a shot that, I've been watching him shoot for a long time. So much respect to him. He's a legend in our league. Hopefully he enjoys a retired life. I know he's going to miss it a little bit, but I had a great time watching him.
Well, he's one of the greatest. You know, obviously we didn't have to match up versus each other in terms of guarding each other, because I don't think I can guard him, and I don't think he can guard me neither. But you know, from a standpoint of the impact that someone has made on the game, he's one of the greatest players of our game, of our generations. So to me, it's an honor. It's an honor to play against one of the greats. You know, and to be able to, like I said earlier, to have our careers be parallel to each other. You know, from the standpoint of competing in the finals a few times, it's great. He got on my case a little bit about recreating the 06, throwing the ball up before the game. So we just had a little laugh about it. But it was fun, man. You know, it's moments, you know, where you go through this, for me, this last dance, and it's certain games that, you know, they are games, and it's certain ones that are a little bit more special, you know. So to be able to play against Dirk, and to be able to, you know, come here where, you know, a lot of memories. You know, this was different than some other games that, you know, I've played and probably will play. So I have fun with tonight.
Changed the game in Dallas. You know, somebody that's been a winner, a champion, 30,000 points, you name it, just accomplish everything. I think he's just gonna go out peacefully and quietly, and everybody's gonna praise him.
Do you have a favorite memory of just going up against him?
No, nothing to that. Especially when you're playing against him, you don't have a favorite.
Right. Maybe like most notable.
Nah. None but respect though for Dirk. He's a legend.
For sure, try to make this the most miserable game of his career. That's the respect that I'm going to pay somebody that has dominated the league for as long as he has. You know, Dirk he texted me before the game, he was talking trash. So, you know, Dirk's an unbelievable person, obviously an unbelievable player. But tonight, I'm going to try to give everybody hell.
Man, I was watching Dirk for a long time. He was one of my favorite players when he was winning championship, won the championship, when he was in the playoffs, and just different moments from Dirk that I remember watching at home or wherever I was at. You know, obviously the signature fadeaway is kind of unstoppable with a stop once he gets to it. You know, just stuff like that I would watch and try to go do and you know, try to put in my game. You know, it's pretty cool to have, you know, a player like that, you know, sign a jersey and give it to me.
I got to hang out with him in Africa a couple years ago. He's a great guy, one of the best competitors out there. Great humanitarian. You know, it's about the other things that he didn't do for bad. He did off the court. His on the court thing speaks for itself. First ballot Hall of Famer, champion, MVP. You know, all the stuff is, you know, self-said, but you know, he's just an amazing man.
A great ambassador for the league. You know, he's supported me throughout my career, and you know, and we've had some great battles. You know, he's one of the all-time greats. So it's gonna be sad to see him go, but he's had a very great career, and you know, he's helped a lot of players, you know, grow as they went, you know, along the way.
I mean, it was kind of surreal. Obviously, watching him, you know, put the jersey on for the last time, take it off for the last time. I think everybody kind of felt it. Plane ride was just kind of normal, kind of quiet. We did the water hose with the, you know, with the fire trucks, which was pretty cool. But yeah, it was unlike the night here. Leaving, San Antonio was kind of quiet.
What's your lasting memory of Dirk and what he's meant to this sport, this game specifically?
Just, you know, not many players get to go off on their own terms, and you know, I think this year he got to do that. You know, extremely proud of the way he did it, put it in his words and how he wanted to do things, and I think he can leave it at peace. But just watching him, how emotional he was, and how the city, you know, has always embraced him, how they embraced him for the last time was very cool. So.
I think you and JJ played with Dirk more than any other player. Let's talk about tell us what he meant to you.
I mean, coming into this team as a 21-year-old kid, you know, watching him come into the gym every night with Holger, coming back every summer better, hungrier, especially after the 2006 loss, and then again in Golden State the following year. You know, nothing ever broke him. He always come back a little bit hungrier the next year, and just, you know, watching him and how he attacked things, whether it be on the basketball court or off. I think he set an example for everybody, and you know, I don't think I'd be as good a player without playing with him.
Dirk got an amazing relationship. You know, he treated me the same way first day I got here when I was trying to make the team, and now, 13 years later, amazing relationship. Off the court, but in the court it was amazing. Playing alongside him, carrying him in the playoff. 2011, I had to carry him. No, it's been special, man. It's been special. It's tough. And tonight is going to be tough, So, but hey, I wouldn't change it for the world. Playing with an all-star like that, being able to learn from him, have some tough losses with him, have the best moments with him. So it's been special.
What's the over and under on him crying tonight at some point?
Oof. He's got to cry. He's got to cry. I don't know. We'll see. But it's going to be – I know he's going to enjoy it. I know he's going to do really good, whatever he does. But, yeah, he's definitely going to have to – yeah. If it was me, I would cry, yeah.
No, you can cry a little bit, too.
I asked Rick this, so I'll ask you. Did you wake up with a different feeling today?
Yeah.
Because I saw your tweet.
Because it started to hit me today. We're joking around the last couple of weeks, but it kind of starts hitting you. Yeah, hey, this might be it. This is it. My mom joked around, and he's like, hey, can you dress for the game tonight? Get a uniform on and just go out there and just give him a pass or something. And she was being serious. So he was like, tell coach to put you in and just stand there, give him a pass, and then get out. No, so it's special, man. It's the person he is, everybody knows, and I don't know if this franchise is ready for a post Dirk. It's gonna be, everybody's gonna have to put a lot of everything together. Post Dirk, it's gonna be tough without him.
I mean, these last couple of days were just special, emotional for me, for everybody. For Dirk, obviously, it was for me. It was a couple of days that I'll never forget. A lot, he knows everything about basketball. He changed the game. He changed the NBA, and he's just a born leader.
It's crazy, He was one of my idols growing up, role model. Just those 2 years to get to pick his brain and play with him was something I'll never forget, and still a even close friend now, texting, talking all the time. He's one of the best players to ever play the game. So it's cool that teams are appreciating him and showing him the love that he deserves, and it's not going to be the same when he's gone.
Right here, what do you think about just the potential end here?
It's impressive. To do 21 years in one place, it's epic. It's something that I think that's the first time ever, right? For 21 years in one place, it's legendary. So, I'm just glad I've been able to battle with him over the years, and he's made me a better player as well.
Dirk's had an amazing career, Hall of Famer. Has been great. It's been great to Dallas. Dallas has been great to him. Obviously won a championship here. He's a legend in the city, and he got that famous step back, one-legged jumper that was like an icon to, and every NBA player would remember that shot and remember him. He said he has a great legacy, and he'll be remembered forever.
And it's great. Not many may know this, but Dirk's my favorite player. I've been a fan of him since the first day I picked up a basketball, since like 7 years old. He's still my favorite player, so follow his career since I was younger, and he's been great. And things he's done here in Dallas, he'll always be remembered as one of the greats here and in the NBA. And I'm excited to be out there, just on the court, just watching him play and playing against him, and sad to see him, his career coming to an end, but I know he has a lot more in store for the future.
He's one of the greatest players ever, so he's gonna be missed. He's just I have an honor to play against that kind of player.